Welcome. We're going to go ahead and try to get started. We'd like to first and foremost thank Select Bank and Trust for sponsoring all the awards that we'll give out tonight. And to kick us off, I'd like to introduce Senior Hannah Angel for the singing of our national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I'd like to bring up FHS student athlete Seth Krupe to give our invocation.
Let's pray. Dear Lord, I thank you for bringing us all here today safely, and I thank you for gathering us all here. Lord, I thank you for this last year and getting us through this last year, as it was difficult for us all. And I ask you to bless us seniors as we move on to the next chapter of our life, and bless all the other students in their next school year in athletic competitions. In Jesus' name, amen.
So welcome to the FHS Booster Club Athletic Awards Ceremony. Thank you to Mr. Tom Westbrook and all the Booster Club volunteers for all your work and doing what you do for the student athletes at Franklin High School. Thank you to Mika Ash and her staff at Select Bank for sponsoring the athletic banquet. I want to begin by recognizing any student athlete that is here tonight. Please stand up. Thank you. Now, I would stress, please be happy for any athlete that receives awards this evening. You shouldn't be upset about others winning awards. Every student athlete that wins something played for Franklin this year. And I would like to recognize some people, very important people to FHS. Student athletes and parents, these people always give nothing but support and praise for simply investing their time and their hearts into your children. However, take the X's and O's out of it. These people constantly ask the question this year, what can I do to get them on the field? The track, the mat, the pool, or the court. Mandates and policies that didn't make much sense, and some made you scratch your head. And honestly, I probably made a lot of your coaches despise me with the constant updates the Athletic Association would send out. And some of them were just downright crazy. For an example, in wrestling, we understood the safety, but you can wrestle, but you can't shake hands. No jump ball in basketball. But they were made in an effort to keep your children safe and still allow them to play. As crazy as some of it seemed, the response I got the most wasn't let us coach so I can get paid. These coaches already earned that check in the off-season workouts, keeping your child engaged. But what I heard was whatever we have to do to get them on the field, whether it was conducting multiple workouts to stay under numbers, constantly cleaning, or dragging your weight room out to the track. These coaches this year were truly phenomenal. Now, one example, I'll never forget Doug Plemons calling me from the hospital telling me the game plan he already arranged. And I said, you've already talked to them or do I need to? Doug's response, I called them on my way here in the ambulance. But Doug summed it up all in one sentence. These kids have to play tonight. Coaches quickly learning new routines and new ways to coach to meet guidelines and to keep kids safe. Coaches quickly became sanitation engineers to provide the safest environment for your student athletes in addition to all their normal coaching duties. I do not remember one coach on our staff that didn't want to be out there with their kids. COVID or no COVID, younger or older, they wanted to be on the field as much as your child. Now I would ask that any coach in attendance here please stand and be recognized. Also, one person, she couldn't be here tonight, but many of you know with extremely limited attendance, what most didn't see was the efforts of Miss Sandy Tabor taking the initiative to organize game workers, creating these fancy spreadsheets to ensure everything was organized, and we were able to get as many fans as we could into games where our attendance was extremely limited. Sandy goes above and beyond for these athletes, and a lot of it is behind the scenes. And Sandy, we have a gift for you, but we know you can't be here tonight, so we'll save that for tomorrow. Also, Miss Julie Rogers, Mr. Todd Gibbs, and Lynette, thank you for everything you did for giving us the tools and guidance we needed to keep our athletes on the field. And just a few announcements. Physicals for the 21-22 school year need to be renewed. Last year was circumstances beyond our control where you had an extra year. But in years past, we've done a physical day. For circumstances beyond our control, again, we can't do that. The forms are available in the office, or your doctor should have these. In scholarships and senior plaques, seniors were given since October to fill these out. No paperwork, no plaque, no paperwork, no scholarship. They were given from October to May 31st to complete the applications. And with all that out of the way, I'd like to introduce Coach Doug Plemons for the Booster Club presentation of the Above and Beyond Awards.
Good evening. I've got a script to read, but I don't have glasses, so I'm just going to speak from the heart. The Above and Beyond Award is a award that has been given out for years. It goes to individuals that, as the award says, do the extra things. Most of the time when we think about extra things, we think about extra time, and we think about work ethic. These two qualities fit the individual that we're going to award tonight perfectly. They are go-to people. When I say go-to people, I mean people that when you have a problem, when you don't know the answer, whether it's your sport, whether it's another sport, whether it's things outside of sports, these are the people that we look to. The Booster Club president, Mr. Westbrook, and his board of directors selects these individuals each year, and I haven't been to all the athletic banquets, but I've been to several. And when I think about Above and Beyond and what this award means, I think that this year it's. And Mr. Westbrook wanted to be here tonight, but he felt like that it might be a little bit emotional for him. And so he asked me to do this. And so I'm proud and honored to be able to present these individuals with this Above and Beyond Award. These individuals are Josh and Jay Brooks.
Now, he just sat down, but I'd like to bring up Josh Brooks to present the FCA award.
Good evening. I'm glad I get a chance to come up here. I'll try to keep this short. Some of this is not all about FCA, but it is what it is. I was thinking about these seniors and the senior athletes, and I'm hoping that y'all are not the group that's remembered as the COVID group, because that's not how I'll remember this group. Because to me, that's, I think we'll look back on that in a dim light instead of a shining light, like a lot of you seniors. When I think about this group of seniors, I think about the seniors that I saw a lot of mornings down on that track running, a lot of mornings down on that track stretching, working out. A lot of seniors taking extra hits, extra ground balls. A lot of seniors doing a lot of extra work in the weight room. A lot of seniors who spent a lot of time working, but yet still found time to play sports. A lot of seniors that represented this high school with a lot of pride and integrity, responsibility, accountability, and represented all of us the way that we should have been represented. And for that, I'm thankful. COVID, to me, did two things. It stuck out as athletes, as mom and dads, as coaches. At the end of the day, we'll do whatever it takes. And we did. I never in my life would have dreamed of seeing a basketball player running up and down the court with a mask on. Never. And still disagree with it, but it doesn't matter. Y'all still did it. The volleyball team. Football team. I can't believe it. Y'all got it done. You should be commended for it. And at the end of the day, since we're talking about FCA, no policy, no standard, no guidelines got us through COVID. God did. And anybody can dispute that if they want to. He put it on the world, and he'll take it out of the world. So, amen to that. I'm going to recognize a few seniors for FCA awards. Mrs. Olner was supposed to be up here, but she said she got nervous. I get nervous too, Mrs. Olner. Mrs. Zollner would be better to look at, but anyway, I want to say thank you to Ms. Zollner. She attended every single FCA meeting this year. I didn't. Dropping 2 kids off at school, and she's got kids too, but she said it's no problem. I'll take care of it. And she did, and she's done an unbelievable job. She does an unbelievable job at the middle school and here with FCA. For that, thank you very much. So with that, I want to call up Emily Zollner and Anna Gillum. Both of these girls were our leaders this year. Both of them have given 7 years to FCA, starting in 6th grade and going all the way to their senior year. And for that, I'm very thankful. Let's give them a round of applause. We also have 2 more seniors we'd like to recognize. So if Bryce Rogers and Taylor Inslee would both come up, please. Thank you.
It is now time. In years past, we've had Mr. Haley or whoever could get through all of it read the scholarship bio. So this year we're going to show the video that aired on FPSN to give honor and respect to those that these are named after and to those that were chosen for them. I'd like to thank the scholarship committees who, in spite of economic uncertainty during this time, they have remained committed to these student athletes in FHS. These scholarships are made possible and selected by the generous community members and alumni who simply wish to give back to Franklin High. On behalf of Franklin High and all the student athletes, we thank you. And now.
The Brandon Steinwinter Memorial Scholarship has been established by Brandon's family and friends to honor the memory of this 1997 Franklin High School graduate, killed in a motorcycle accident in October of 1999 while he was a student at Western Carolina University. Brandon, son of LaVon and Karen Steinwinter, was an outgoing, energetic young man whose love of life was exemplified on the playing field. He excelled at football and baseball. However, his enthusiasm for these sports was even greater than his outstanding athletic ability. He was the ultimate team player who was a wide receiver and award-winning kicker and punter in football. He alternated between shortstop and third base on the baseball team depending on which hole needed to be filled on the infield. He could be heard encouraging his teammates through the ups and downs of a particular football or baseball game, and as always, with a smile. The Brandon Steinwinter Memorial Scholarship is awarded to a deserving male or female athlete who displays athletic excellence and works hard to improve his or her natural talents and is committed to continuing his or her education. He or she is an enthusiastic team member who encourages fellow team members to strive for excellence. This scholarship honors Brandon Steinwinter's life and allows a graduating senior the opportunity to further his or her education, an opportunity which was so tragically taken away from Brandon. The winner of the Brandon Steinwinter Memorial Scholarship is Bryce Rogers. Congratulations, Bryce. Tom Raby was a popular teacher, coach, and principal in the Macon County school system for 40 years. In those 4 decades of service, he was a friend and a mentor to hundreds of Macon County youths, many of whom went to teach and coach in Macon County. Mr. Raby's coaching credentials were numerous. He coached both boys and girls basketball and won many conference titles. In the late 1960s, he convinced Macon County Schools and 3 other Western North Carolina school systems to reinstate baseball as a varsity sport, and he coached baseball for 15 years. He was also a varsity and junior varsity football coach, had often said that one of his regrets was not spending more years coaching football. His ability as a coach to lead teams to conference championships and attain a winning percentage for all sports of better than 75% is a significant accomplishment. Those who played for Coach Raby remember that he worked hardest to instill determination and sportsmanship in all of his players. He believed that more important than size, speed, and strength was the quality of stick-to-itiveness, the desire to stay with a task regardless of the odds, play hard until the final whistle, and to never quit. He stressed winning and losing with dignity, and in fact, Coach Raby was always more proud of how many of his teams earned the Sportsmanship Award and won conference titles. The Tom Raby Scholarship is awarded on the characteristics of strength of character, positive attitude, desire, and the ability to succeed as a member of a team as well as a student in the classroom. The 2021 Tom Raby Memorial Scholarship winners are Gavin Altry and Taylor Inslee. The Thomas Walter Scruggs Award recognizes the Franklin High School senior athlete who displays outstanding courage and spirit in meeting a challenge. The recipient of this award displays attributes of selflessness, team spirit, coachability, and a genuine concern for others that are invaluable assets to the Franklin High School athletic program. Walter was one of 3 black students who were the first to enroll in an all-white Franklin High School in the fall of 1964. He was the first black athlete starring in football and basketball in an integrated high school in western North Carolina and North Georgia. Walter enrolled in Piedmont College on a basketball scholarship in the fall of 1965. He was the first black student athlete to attend a formerly all-white college in the state of Georgia. His career as a college athlete was cut short when he died on Christmas Eve of 1965 in an automobile accident in Franklin. Those who personally knew him feel as Dr. Walters, president of Piedmont College, did when he wrote, "Thank God for his friendliness, tolerance, and courage. We thank God for the opportunity he gave us to be a friend to a young contemporary who sincerely wanted to be a friend to all mankind. God bless his soul. God bless us all in the Spirit of Christ." The 2021 Walter Scruggs Memorial Scholarship winners are Chad Wilson and Brandy Dills. Stan Sloan, son of the late Bob Sloan and Mary Jo Setzer Sloan, was a rising senior at FHS when an automobile accident claimed his life. The Stan Sloan Memorial Scholarship Fund was established to help deserving athletes at FHS get started in college. Recipients of these awards possess the qualities for which Stan Sloan is remembered. Stan, though small in stature, 5'7", 145 pounds, was big in heart. He did not possess great athletic skills, but worked hard to get the most from his ability. The qualities of determination, stick-to-itiveness, dedication, dependability, and coachability made Stan a good athlete. Stan participated in football, basketball, and baseball. He quarterbacked the JV team to an undefeated season and played 2 years of varsity football. He would have been a starting guard in basketball, where he excelled in passing and shooting. His best position in baseball was catching, but he could play almost any position. Stan had a great attitude towards his school and his teammates. He excelled because of his will to prepare to win. Stan was a member of the Babe Ruth 16 to 18-year-old All-Star team, and as they were returning from the state tournament in Greenville, North Carolina, an accident occurred on I-40 near the Haywood and Buncombe County line that claimed the life of Stan. There are 3 winners of the Stan Sloan Memorial Scholarship: Riley Corbin, Seth Krupe, and Evan Klatt. Congratulations. Parker Mathis passed away on October 4th, 2010, from injuries sustained while riding in a car driven by a drunk driver. His 19 years on this earth were filled with happiness for him and all those who were fortunate enough to know him. Parker loved his family, church, and his friends, but most importantly, his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Parker was a winner and embraced this attitude at every aspect of his life. At Franklin High School, Parker was a standout athlete, earning honors including All-Conference and MVP in football, an All-Conference and the Panther Award in baseball. His senior year, he was chosen as the Male Team Athlete of the Year. Not only was Parker a leader on the field, he was a leader off the field as well. Parker never met a stranger and was a friend to all. He was somebody that you couldn't help but enjoy being around. Parker's death has left mourning in the hearts of teammates, former athletes, friends, and family, not only in Macon County, but throughout Western North Carolina. Following his passing, Parker's life continues to touch young people throughout Western North Carolina in many ways. The story of his life has been shared with middle school and high school students across the region, encouraging them to make wise decisions and live above the influence of drugs and alcohol. The Parker Mathis Memorial Scholarships were set up in honor of Parker and his years of selfless dedication to Franklin High School. Each year, a scholarship is awarded to a student who embodies the winning attitude that was visible in Parker, and it gives 110% day in and day out, both in the classroom and on the field, just as Parker did. Through this scholarship, Parker's life will continue to impact student athletes at FHS who wish to further their academic and athletic careers. The winners of the Parker Mathis Memorial Scholarship are Gavin Altree and Seth Krupe. Congratulations. In 2016, Walter Wright lost his battle with colon cancer. And now we honor Walter by giving out the Walter Wright Scholarship. Walter was always a team player and believed in everyone on his team. Whether on the football field, baseball field, or at his job, Walter was a hard worker at anything he did and always gave over 100% of himself. Walter loved all sports, but he excelled in football and baseball. He won the following awards in football: Ted Hunter Award for most tackles in a season. He was All-Conference, an All-State linebacker. He was inducted into the Franklin Athletic Hall of Fame in 2015. Walter believed that getting an education was one of the most important things in his life besides his family and friends. The 1976 state championship team's motto was, "We believe." Walter Wright's family and friends believe in each and every one of the students graduating this year. This year's winners of the Walter Wright Memorial Scholarship are Chad Wilson and Gavin Altree. The Eric Witherington Scholarship will be in its fourth year here in 2021. Eric is a graduate of Franklin High School and participated in sports while attending Franklin High. He is now a successful business owner in Alabama. He wants to give back to Franklin High by providing the funds for an annual scholarship. Mr. Witherington is honored to play a small role in helping with student athletes' college careers. And now the winners of the Eric Witherington Athletic Scholarship are Dylan Garcia, Sydney Chapman, Hannah Angel, Taylor Inslee, and Brandy Dills. Congratulations. Many years ago, the Franklin High School Athletic Booster Club established a savings account called SOAR, which stands for Send Our Athletes Off Right. The account was built up to a minimum of $10,000, and the interest was designated to be used to fund scholarships. The Franklin High School Athletic Booster Club gives an annual scholarship to a deserving male and or female athlete. It began in 1992 and continues today, with the winners of the scholarship each year being picked from a committee within the Booster Club. The 2021 Booster Club Athletic Scholarship winners are Taylor Inslee, Candace Parker, Mackenzie Rudity, Eli Gilbert, and Chad Wilson.
Thank you all. This time I'll introduce Coach Ryan Haley for for our scholar athletes.
I'm sort of kind of like Coach Plem is right now. My eyes are changing. I wish I had some glasses to see this, so please bear with me. But I guess it's the idea of when you get older. So all you great athletes over there, you know, when you can see perfectly, get ready. It's coming. All right, here we go. Hannah Angel, Gavin Autry, Chloe Beatty, Kendall Burns, Sydney Chapman, Camden Cochran, Austin Coker, Haley Coker, Riley Corbin, Seth Krupe, Jasmine Cruz Rios, Kyra Dewey, Brandy Dills, Caden Drake, Taylor Inslee, Ethan Fannin, Dylan Garcia, Enrique Garcia, Eli Gilbert, Kaylee Griffith, Sal Garcia, Colby Hurst, Stephen Jennings, Dexter Jennings, Dawson Johnson, Evan Klatt, Candace Parker, Madison Phillips, Mackenzie Rudity, Vernice Rios Ordaz, Bryce Rogers, Mariah Sloan, Olivia Stahl, Ethan Stamey, Nathan Stamey, Amy Tippett, Nevaeh Tran, and Chad Wilson. Congrats to all these scholar athletes for their dedication not only on the field, but also in the classroom. And with that in mind, way to carry the legacy of how to be an FHS athlete and a student foremost. Congratulations, you guys. So you have to see. All right, next. We're going to do the Scholar Athletes of the Year. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Is it all these guys? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's do it. There's a lot of names. You want to go do it all? All right, let's go do it all here. Let's do all of our athletes, not just our senior scholar athletes. Let's do every one of our athletes so they can be recognized for their hard work in the classroom. Grant Adams, Michaela Barnes, Holly Bates, Devin Blackburn, Corey Burrell, Gracie Cochran, Megan Davis, Samuel Espinal, Ethan Farrell, Stephen Gribble, Skylar Hill, Claire Holland, Ashley Lopez, Helen Martin, Miles McClure, Carly McMahon, Braxton Meyer-Knipple, Brielle Owens-Perry, Rosalind Sanchez, Nick Sanders, Alyssa Sears, Carlos Soriano, Bradley Stiles, Kellen Stiles, Luis Torres, Caden Tyler, Anya Valentine, Joseph Nelson, Isla Williams, Sydney Williams. For the sophomores, Davis Sanders, Ocean Anderson, Aaron Arriaga, Seth Brewer, Chase Browning, Naya Canzoni, Abigail Carpenter, Cal Drake, Isabel Duchemin, Tori Inslee, Madison Gilbert, Clayton Gwynn, Hannah Ludwig, Drew Mason, Ava May, Cameron McClure, Michaela McClure, Maxie Mendoza, Cassidy Mixer, Taylor Moss, Catherine Rowers, Kendall Reese, Catherine Reynolds, Cynthia Rios Ruiz, Callie Roper, Jasmine Sanchez, Andrea Sanchez Padron, Alyssa Smith, Hannah Smith, Aiden Stewart, Andrea Terrell, Luke Van Hook, Sori Vasquez, Ben Waldroop, Reese Ward, Braden Watts, Renee Yantz, and for the freshmen, Olivia Bouchard, Emma Breeden, James Browning, Clint Cabe, Ashlyn Casada, Caleb Chapman, Landon Shavanik, Elijah Cochran, McKinley Cochran, Cameron Cunningham, Finley Dalrymple, Charles Deal, Kaylin Dulfer, Jonathan Gibson, Taryn Graham, Josiah Green, Cooper Guffey, Logan Gwynn, Laura Holland, Lydia Holland, Mackenzie Holland, Aaron Jennings, Tally Kinsland, Adrian McKinley, Avery Moffitt, Maddie Moss, Gabe Nickerson, David Olaski, Cassidy Parker, Cassie Pendergrass, Emmanuel Pevia, Reed Raby, Jocelyn Rios, Jacqueline Rios, Sarah Rondell, Logan Russo, McCall Sanders, Lauren Shannon, Ashton Shope, Hope Smith, Barrett Stork, Boston Stringer, Mia Tran, Cameron Trubisca, Campbell Tyler, and Josh Vernelson. Congratulations for, again, having a very much a successful student year, as long with your athletic year. Congratulations. You ready? Whew. It's right here. Now, for the Senior Scholar Athletes of the Year Award, these awards go to the male and female in the senior class with the highest grade point average through the previous semester. This year's male award winner, Mr. Woody, can you please come up and hand the awards out, please? The male winner is Evan Klatt. And this year's female award winner is Jasmine Cruz Rios.
Mr. Woody, if you could please stay for a second. I did this so late because he can't fire me this close to leaving us. Did have something real long and sappy played out to say, but I deleted it. First, I want to present you with this, and I hope you actually do use it. But this is a lifetime FHS athletic pass. Come visit us every now and then. I want to thank you personally on behalf of the coaches and athletes for supporting athletics the way you have. Or actually any extracurricular activity these kids are involved with, whether it's FFA, athletics, or French club, anything. And especially the ways you have always stood behind your coaches. Third, I had something ordered for you, but I made a mistake. I didn't realize how long it takes. And, well, this would fit. One day, we had a problem at school, and the guy said, "So you telling me the rodeo man has to handle this?" I said, "By God, yes, he is." So we had this little thing ordered for you. This would be your new belt buckle if you ever wear it for us. Excuse me, Mr. Haley has torn this thing up. Yes. There we go. Now is the time for the presentation of the fall, winter, and spring sports Panther and MVP award winners. Beginning with fall, I need all head coaches to come forward. Award winners, please come forward when your name is called. These will be presented in the traditional format, not the craziness we had this year. So that would be football, volleyball, women's tennis, men's soccer, women's golf, and men's and women's cross country. Yes, or that. Y'all can grab it. The front row is all the fall sports. Back. Josh. We will start with football, coached by Josh Brooks. Your MVPs are Gavin Autry and Evan Klatt. And coaches, if you want, if it's easier, you can stand in front of the stage on the floor. I'll let you pick. Our Panther Award is Camden Cochran, who is on vacation right now. Congratulations, Camden. Volleyball, coached by Becca Brooks. Your offensive MVP, Miss Kanan Drake. Your defensive MVP, Miss Anya Valentine. Your Panther Award winners are Taylor Inslee and Riley Corbin. Women's tennis, coached by Coach Heather Bell, and I'm going to butcher her last name, Andrea Bozio. Your MVPs are Alyssa Smith and Mariah Sloan. Your Panther Award is Miss Jasmine Cruz Rios. Standing in for Coach Nidifer is Coach Ryan Haley. It's on the end, other side. Your MVP and also your Panther Award, Miss Olivia Stahl. Men's soccer, coached by Matt Kolosik. Your MVP, Solomon Espinal and Isaac Jennings. Your Panther Award is Caleb Pevia. Last but certainly not least for fall, men's cross country coached by Melissa Ward. Your MVP, Ethan and Nathan Stamey. Your Panther Award is Ethan Farrell. Women's cross country, coached by Melissa Ward, MVP, Miss Dylan Garcia. Your Panther Award, Miss Hannah Angel. Thank you, coaches. Now we read your high honors for the fall sports season. Alyssa Smith, all-conference tennis regional qualifier, placed third at the conference meet, fell one game shy of moving on to state. Amy Tippett, Asheville Citizen Athlete of the Week, all-conference volleyball, all-WNC honorable mention. Taylor Inslee, all-conference volleyball, all-WNC volleyball, honorable mention. Kanan Drake, Mountain 6 Offensive Player of the Year, Mountain 6 All-Tournament Team, all-WNC volleyball. Riley Corbin, all-conference volleyball, ranked 7th in the state in assist, and all-WNC. Sydney Williams, all-conference volleyball, Mountain 6 All-Tournament Team, all-WNC honorable mention. Anya Valentine, all-WNC, honorable mention. Kendall Burns, Mountain 6 All-Tournament Team. Nathan Stamey, all-conference, all-region, second place at the conference meet, all-WNC cross-country, Asheville Citizen Player of the Week. Ethan Stamey, all-conference, all-region, men's cross-country conference champion, 2A West regional champion, placed 6th at the state, named All-State, All-WNC Male Runner of the Year, Asheville Citizen Player of the Week. Andrew Garrison, All-Conference Regional Qualifier, All-WNC Honorable Mention. Isaiah Roots, All-Conference Regional Qualifier, All-WNC Honorable Mention. Logan Russo, All-Conference Regional Qualifier, All-WNC Honorable Mention. I'm going to need a drink of water with this one. Dylan Garcia, all-conference, all-region, all-state, the first female athlete in FHS history to break the 19-minute mark at the 5K event. She was a women's cross-country conference champion, third place at regionals, and placed fifth at state. She's the All-WNC Female Runner of the Year. She broke her own school record twice in the same year, a record that she already held from the previous year. She also earned the North Carolina High School Athletic Association Week 4 Performance of the Week. Hannah Angel, All-Conference Cross Country, placed fourth at the conference meet, an All-WNC Honorable Mention. Hannah Ludwig, All-Conference Cross Country Regional Qualifier. Caleb Pevia, All-Conference Soccer. Isaac Jennings, Conference Keeper of the Year, All-Region. Luis Torres, All-Conference Soccer, All-Region. Solomon Espinal, All-Conference. Gavin Autry, Mountain 6 Defensive Player of the Year, All-Conference Football, selected to the East-West All-Star Game and an All-State selection. Evan Klatt, All-Conference Football. Chris McGuire, All-Conference Football. Keegan Pollock, All-Conference Football. Grant Adams, All-Conference Football. Ty Hanley, All-Conference Football. Olivia Stahl, All-Conference Golf, Regional Qualifier. Madison Phillips, UNC All-American, Cheer Commit and Leadership Award. Belle Real, All-Region Cheer. Olivia Gibbs, Cheer All-American, Cheer Hawaii, and a Pennant Forward Award. Cassidy Mixer, Cheer Hawaii, UNC All-American. Brielle Perry, All-Region Cheer, UNCA All-American, Pennant Forward Award, Cheer Most Improved. Michelle Perez, Cheer Hawaii, UCA Camp Jump-Off Champion. Mackenzie Holland, Clemmy Award. Emma Carruthers, UCA Camp Dancing Diva Award. Your team high honors: volleyball, co-conference champions, first conference championship in nearly 10 years. And the volleyball team, please stand. Men's soccer, the team would lose 4 of its 6 first conference games with not a single senior on the team and play conference spoiler, knocking off top conference teams in a 4-0 rout to finish the conference schedule without a single senior on the roster. Football finished 3rd in the regular season. Season highlight would come when the Panthers rallied down 24-3 with 2 minutes remaining in the third to knock off an eventual conference champ and Final Four participant Hendersonville. Cross country, the men's won the 2nd straight conference title, placed 2nd in regionals. And the girls would finish Mountain 6 runner-up, and the men's and women's advanced to regionals. Men's were the regional runner-up, girls placed 4th at regionals, boys placed 6th at the state finals, and the men would have an undefeated regular season. The cross-country team, please stand up. Cheer 2nd place UCA Virtual Challenge Competition. Now we will move on to our traditional winter sports. So I would need basketball, swimming, cheer, and wrestling to please come up. Okay, just take it for them. We'll start with, and coaches, again, if you want to stand in front of the stage, please feel free. We'll start with women's basketball, coached by Scott Hartbarger. Your MVPs are Kanan Drake and Tori Inslee. Panther Award, Ms. Candace Parker. Men's basketball, coached by Doug Clemens. MVPs, Miles McClure and Griffin Green. The Panther Award is Mr. Chad Wilson. Women's swimming, coached by Miss Pacou. MVP, Natalie Claire Ballard. Your Panther Awards, Olivia Stahl, Claire Holland, and Callie Roper. Men's swimming, coached by Ms. Dina Pacou. MVP, Michael Frazier. Your Panther Awards, Luke Borgman, Clayton Gwynn, and Caden Tyler. Now for cheer, this is for the fall and winter season. MVP, Olivia Gibbs. Panther Award, Lauren Shannon. I think they. Now for wrestling. Coached by Coach Kyle Barrington. Your MVP, Brandon Berger. Panther Award, Braden Cody. Now I'm going to put Kyle on the spot before he walks off. Just short and sweet, Coach Barrington has coached wrestling for us for 2 years, and if you didn't know much about Franklin wrestling, we've had some great wrestlers come through, but our teams haven't always had full teams in advance too far in conference standings or regionals. So in his second year, he would finish as conference runner-up and would also be voted by his peers as Conference Coach of the Year. We have a clap for him. Now, I would say from the research we've done, and mainly just asking Coach Jay Brooks and Coach Doug Clemens, is that might just be the first wrestling Coach of the Year that Franklin High School has had. Now for the winter season high honors, Nevaeh Tran, All-Conference Basketball, All-WNC, Honorable Mention. Kanan Drake, All-Conference Basketball. Tori Inslee, Co-Conference Player of the Year, All-Conference Basketball. Sydney Williams, Asheville Citizen Player of the Week, All-Conference. Chad Wilson, PGC Basketball Heart of a Champion Award finalist. Griffin Green, All-Conference Basketball. Miles McClure, All-Conference Basketball. Claire Holland, All-Conference Swimming. Champion in 200 free relay, 100 breaststroke, 200 medley relay, and 200 medley champion, all WNC honorable mention regional qualifier. Natalie Claire Ballard, all-conference swimming, conference 200 free relay champion, 100 free champion, 50 free champion, all WNC honorable mention. Naya Kazone, all-conference swimming, conference 200 free relay champion, regional qualifier. Ashlyn Casada, all-conference swimming, conference 200 free relay champion, regional qualifier. Callie Roper, all-conference swimming, conference 100 fly champion, 100 backstroke champion, and 200 medley relay champion, and all WNC first team. Hope Smith, all-conference swimming, conference diving champion. Olivia Stahl, all-conference swimming, conference 200 medley relay champion and regional qualifier. Aya Williams, all-conference swimming, conference 200 medley relay champion and regional qualifier. Campbell Tyler, regional qualifier swimming. Luke Borgman, all-conference swimming, conference 200 free relay champion and 200 medley relay champion. Joshua Vernelson, all-conference swimming, conference 50 free and 400 free champion, regional qualifier. Joseph Vernelson, all-conference swimming, conference 200 free relay champion, all WNC honorable mention, regional qualifier. I'll say it now, the men won absolutely every event at conference, so it kind of goes on. Congratulations, guys. Caden Tyler, all-conference swimming, conference 200 free relay, 200 free relay, 500 free, and 200 free champion. All WNC honorable mention, regional qualifier. Clayton Gwynn, all-conference swimming, conference 100 fly, 100 breaststroke, 200 free, 200 medley relay champion, regional and state qualifier. All WNC honorable mention. Hunter Cabe, all-conference swimming, conference 200 medley individual, 400 free relay, and 200 medley relay champion, regional and state qualifier. Kyler Cochran, all-conference swimming, conference diving champion, placed 6th in the region and was a state qualifier and placed 8th at state. Michael Frazier, conference meet MVP, 100 free, 400 free relay, 100 backstroke, and 200 medley relay champion, all conference swimming, all WNC first team, and regional and state qualifier. Braden Cody, all conference wrestling, Mountain 6 tournament champion, regional qualifier, and placed 3rd at regionals and is a state qualifier. Brandon Berger, all conference wrestling, conference champion, regional qualifier, placed 3rd at regionals, state qualifier, conference tournament MVP, and the North Carolina High School Athletic Association Performance of the Week selection. Isaac Jennings, all conference wrestling, conference champion, and a regional qualifier. Philip Terrell, regional qualifier wrestling. Brian Rodriguez, regional qualifier wrestling, and the state qualifier, placed 4th at regionals. Nick Howard, regional qualifier wrestling. Logan Mack, regional qualifier wrestling. Ben Waldrop, regional qualifier wrestling. Wyatt Browning, regional qualifier in wrestling. Doug Plemons, PGC Basketball Transformational Coach of the Year finalist. Women's winter team high honors. The women's basketball team would place 2nd in the regular season at 8-2. Women's swimming conference champions. The men repeated for the 4th time as conference champions in an undefeated regular season. The men's and women's swimming team, please stand up. Wrestling, tournament runner-up. First wrestling team in FHS history to advance 3 wrestlers to the state finals and would place in the top 10 at regionals. The wrestling team, please stand up. And this one's a little bit different. If indoor track got canceled this year for whatever reason they decided, but they wouldn't fit it in. And some of you seniors got shorted, and I'm sorry for that. But I would like to any senior that would have been running indoor track, please stand up and be recognized. Now it's time for our spring sports. With baseball, softball, men's golf, women's soccer, men's track and field. Please, coaches, please come forward. You can if you want. Oh, yeah. We'll start with baseball, coached by Mr. Bergen Tatum. Your MVP, Austin Coker, Panther Award, Dawson Johnson. Softball MVPs, Nevaeh Tran, Mackenzie Rudity, and Taylor Inslee. Your Panther Awards for softball, Devin Lombard and Candace Parker. Men's golf, coached by Coach Ryan Raby. MVP, Skylar Hill. Panther Award, Mason Williamson. Women's soccer, coached by Dwight Long. MVP, Brandy Dills. Your Soccer Panther Award winners, Maddie Brannon, Cynthia Rios, and Megan Davis. For men's and women's track, we have Coach Jacob Davis and Coach Melissa Ward. Starting with the men, MVP track, Ethan Stamey. MVP field, Luis Torres. Your Panther Award winners, Logan Russo and Ethan Farrell. Women's track and field, MVP track, Dylan Garcia. MVP field, Hannah Angel. Your Panther Award winners, Riley Casada and Hope Smith. And Coach Ward, stay a second. Coach Ward was in her first year, right? She is our cross-country coach, our women's track coach, and would have been our indoor track coach. And this year, the girls won their first conference title since 2004. They'd finish as regional runner-up, and the boys would win. It's their third, the boys tell you four. But she was selected by her peers as the conference coach of the year. And now the spring high honors. Starting with Mackenzie Rudity, all conference, all district. Selected to the Premier Girls Fast Pitch High School All-American game. Nevaeh Tran, all conference softball, all district. Taylor Inslee, all conference softball. NCSCA District Player of the Year, all district, and the NCHSAA Heart of a Champion Award. Tori Inslee, all conference softball, all district. Avery Moffett, all district. Kira Dewey, all district. Candace Parker, all district. Devin Lombard, all district. Riley Corbin, all district. Austin Coker, all conference baseball. Chris McGuire, all conference honorable mention. Dawson Johnson, all conference honorable mention. Maria Scrow, all conference track, and a 4x4 meter relay conference champion, a regional qualifier, and a state qualifier. Anna Tassinger, all conference track, 4x400 meter relay conference champion, regional qualifier, placed third in the 300 meters hurdles, and placed second in the 4x2 meter relay at regionals, and this is a state qualifier. Haley Bryant, regional qualifier track. Hope Smith, all conference track, 4x400 meter relay and 400 meter dash conference champion. Regional qualifier, regional champion in the 4x400 relay. Placed third in the 400 meter dash at regionals and is a state qualifier. Dylan Garcia, women's conference track MVP, all conference champion in 1600 meter, 800 meter, and the 4x400 meter relay. Regional qualifier, regional champion. In the 4x400 relay, placed second in the 800 meters at regionals, earned an elite performance status on mile split for that finish. All region track, state qualifier, school record holder in the 3200 meter, 1600 meter, and 800 meter, was selected as the NCHSAA Performance of the Week and is this season made her the only FHS Panther to hold 4 individual school records. Alyssa Sears, regional qualifier track. Ava May, regional qualifier track. Michaela McClure, regional qualifier track. Hannah Angel, women's team conference field MVP, all conference champion in the 100 and 300 meter hurdles, the triple jump, and the high jump. Regional qualifier, regional champion in the 100 meter and 4 by 400 meter relay, placed second in the 300 meter hurdles at regionals, all region track, state qualifier, and this year broke the school record in the long jump with 17 feet. Natalie Claire Ballard, all conference track, conference champion, the 4 by 200 meter relay, regional champion, placed second in the 4 by 200 meter relay at regionals in the state qualifier. Riley Casada, all conference track, conference champion in the 4 by 200 relay, regional qualifier, regional champion in the 4 by 400 relay, placed second in the 4 by 200 meter relay at regionals, all region track, state qualifier. Abigail Stillwell, all conference track, conference champion in the 4 by 200 meter relay. Taryn Graham, all conference track, conference champion in the 4 by 200 meter relay. Ethan Stamey, all conference champion in the 4 by 400, 3200, 1600, and 800 meter, and is a regional qualifier and was the conference track MVP. Placed third in the 3200 meter and 400 meter relay at regionals and is a state qualifier. Nathan Stamey, regional qualifier, placed third in the 400 meter relay at regionals and is a state qualifier. Logan Russo, all conference track, conference champion in the 4 by 400, regional qualifier, state qualifier. Luis Torres, all conference track, conference champion in the 4 by 400 meter and the 200 meter and is a regional qualifier. Placed second in the 400 meter dash and third in the 4 by 400 relay at regionals and is a state qualifier. Grant Adams, all conference track, conference champion in the 300 meter hurdles and a regional qualifier. Isaiah Roots, all conference track, conference champion in the 4 by 400 meter relay, 400 meter dash, regional qualifier, and state qualifier. Colby Hirsch, conference champion pole vault, all conference track, regional qualifier, placed fourth in the pole vault at regionals and is a state qualifier. Isabel Duchesne, regional qualifier track, placed second in 100 meter hurdles and 4 by 200 meter relay at regionals and is a state qualifier. Renee Younts, regional qualifier. Olivia Al, regional qualifier, placed third in the high jump at regionals and is a state qualifier. Hannah Ludwig, regional qualifier. Luke Van Hook, regional qualifier. Jackson Guy, regional qualifier, placed third in the 4 by 400 at regionals and is a state qualifier. Brandy Dills, all conference soccer, all region soccer. Skylar Hill, all conference golf and a regional qualifier. Spring team high honors, men's track conference champions, women's track conference champions. Would both teams please stand up? And best of luck this weekend. It's a lot. I may have missed something. Varsity softball, conference runner-up and qualified for the playoffs. And that is it. And we now move on to recognize athletes that have signed to play in college. Please come up when your name is called. Please wish these athletes good luck at the next level. Kanan Drake, Bryan College, volleyball. Mackenzie Rudity, LSU, softball. Taylor Inslee, NC State, softball. Hannah Angel, UNC Charlotte, track. Dylan Garcia, Montreat, cross country. Anna Tassinger, Montreat, track. Kiera Dewey, Caldwell, softball. Nathan and Ethan Stamey, Montreat. Amy Tippett, UNC Asheville, volleyball. We would also like to recognize 3 athletes that are going on to represent our country in the United States military. First, Brandon Berger. Next is Blanca Melendez. Clinton, could you kill that light for me? Okay, that's not what I wanted. We also have, we knew he couldn't be here because he's already shipped out. It's Mr. Aiden Carpenter. Thank you all, congratulations, and best of luck. Now this one's fun, short and sweet. But this year, as many of you have seen, we've been partnering with FPSN in many things. You can see the cameras around here. But we were talking about FPSN, as many great moments as they've caught on camera, is the FPSN Play of the Year. With the introduction of FPSN 3 years ago, we have been able to see our athletes perform in new ways. As an administrator and athletic director, when you want to be at every game and see every play, sometimes you can't. Same as for a lot of us parents. But FPSN has been able to provide me the opportunity to watch our athletes when I can't be there, or even as a parent when you just want to rewatch a great play, or when life happens and you can't be there for that opportunity. It has also allowed us to expose more and more athletes to college coaches. The best part, we have been able to relive unforgettable moments time and time again, like plays from recent history when Kelly Rogers delivered the final strike to advance Franklin to Game 3 of the regional finals against unbeaten West Stanley. When Sam Conway drilled the winning field goal to knock off Hendersonville. When Brandon Berger finally knocked off Frady in an overtime victory. One of the most iconic moments in recent history when Zach De La Cruz drilled a buzzer-beating three-pointer to knock off rival Pisgah with Coach Plemons fist-pumping in the background. This year, we decided to partner with FPSN to introduce the FPSN Play of the Year. There were 4 worthy nominations, and we found it impossible to narrow it down to just one winner. So for the inaugural introduction of this award, we are happy to announce that all 4 nominations will receive Play of the Year honors. After the video, I'd ask that the winners that are announced in this video to please come forward and receive your award. And without further ado, here are your 2021 Play of the Year award winners.
Let's go, baby! Here are your 2020-2021 FPSN Play of the Year winners. Dylan Garcia. Dylan has set a new 5K record at the Mountain 6 cross-country meet and became the first Lady Panther to run a sub-19-minute 5K. Corey had a clutch performance against rival Pisgah, hitting the game-winning three-pointer in a double overtime victory.
For 3, got it! We got to put some time back on the clock. They've got to adjust the net. After that one swished, here's the replay.
And I know we don't do the player of the game, but Tori Inslee is definitely the player of this game.
Riley Corbin. Riley goes yard and extra innings with a 2-run shot to be undefeated Smoky Mountain and secure a playoff berth.
Once it high and deep, see ya.
Holland. One of the greatest comebacks in FHS history, Chris and Keegan connect on a 32-yard bomb with just seconds remaining in the fourth quarter to beat Hendersonville.
McGuire deep in the pocket. Goes over the middle. Has a receiver. It's caught. Pollock.
Oh, my goodness.
Touchdown.
Are you kidding me?
Touchdown, Franklin.
Are you kidding me?
He was wide open.
Are you kidding me?
Franklin has taken the lead with 17.8 seconds left. This place is going nuts.
Thinking about what you hold and buy, hold the rise, letting the army that's behind them remind them that
My goodness, guys. There is some stunned, dazed, and confused folks across the way.
31-27, your new score. The first time the Panthers have led the entire night comes with 17.8 left on the clock. What a game, my goodness. These guys were dead to rights with about 6 minutes left in the third quarter, trailing 24-3.
Wow, what a year in FHS sports. Congrats to all our winners, and we'll see you next year.
My goodness, guys. There is some stunned, dazed, and confused folks across the way.
31-27, your new score. The first time the Panthers have led the entire night comes with 17.8 left on the clock. What a game, my goodness. These guys were dead to rights with about 6 minutes left in the third quarter, trailing 24-3.
Wow, what a year in FHS sports. Congrats to all our winners, and we'll see you next year.
So congratulations to all of you, and thank you. For all of you that don't know, that is Mr. Clinton, our former or actual state champion in pole vault for Franklin, and put that together for us. Thank you, Clinton. And the voice you hear, you might recognize as Andrea Terrell. I don't think she's here, but thank you, Andrea. And this year, moving on, Coach Haley, I need Coach Becca Brooks and Coach Doug Clemens. This year, we've got an award thinking about whether you think about if they're a late bloomer or they're built differently, but they're tough, gritty, and compete like savages. They know what it's like to be passed over. They have a chip on their shoulder, and they're willing to dig in when others aren't. This award is called Your Most Improved Athlete Over a Career. And first, the female. This award goes to a young lady who for 3 years was probably looked over but kept working and kept improving. In a class of amazing female athletes, honestly some of the best I have ever seen all in one class. This one slowly began to become a standout. The first 3 years of her career came with minimal accolades, but she was never deterred. Her senior year, she'd be named All-Conference and All-WNC. When asked about the award for this athlete, Coach Becca Brooks would quote Derek Jeter, "There may be more people that have more talent than you, but there's no excuse for anyone to work harder than you do." She didn't always have the best talent. She's barely 5 foot tall. But man, she's got a go-get-'em attitude. She was always the first at the gym, always kept everyone on task, always wants to win. She worked hard, and it paid off. She would end up being ranked 7th in the state in the major statistical category in her spot. In the spring of 2021, she would earn a starting position and would be called upon due to injury to fill the batting order of not only one of Franklin's best hitters, but one of the best hitters in the entire country. She made the most of the opportunity and became a dangerous hitter in a final regular season game in extra innings, probably one of the smallest hitters you could imagine that would do the most damage and hit an absolute bomb to center field to close the door on rival undefeated Smoky and clinch a playoff berth. The most improved female athlete over her career is Miss Riley Blair Corbin. Next. Next, the most improved male athlete over a career. The next recipient of the most improved athlete over a career is a young man who simply goes to work. And that's how you describe him. This young man, when COVID had everything shut down, I'd show up with my own kids at Parker Meadows. There he was, practicing. Whether it's 8 a.m. or 8 p.m., there he was. I could show up midday, and there he was. I'd come back later that night, and there he was again, drenched in sweat and still going full speed, whether it was by himself or with a large group. The more I got to know this young man, the more he impressed me. There's an old saying, whenever you aren't working, there's someone working harder to take your spot. Coach Plemons lists this young man at 6 feet. Maybe his hair when he grows it out. But I mention that because you walk into the gym and see a kid a hair under 6 foot dunking, that is impressive. I've seen guys that could touch a 10-foot rim but still couldn't dunk it. The most impressive thing about this young man is his ability to look adversity in the eye and never complain, but make the decision he is going to get what he wants. In middle school, he would be cut twice from the MMS basketball team. Fast forward to his senior year, not only is he starting on a talented team, he signed to continue his career at the college level. The most improved male athlete is Chad Wilson. Now, I would say Chad wanted to be here very desperately, but the PGNC award he received granted him tuition to a camp at Mars Hill, and that's where he is tonight. It's a very prestigious award, and we thought he should enjoy what he earned. Now it's time to recognize our male and female athletes of the year. The Principal, Barry Woody, please come forward to present these awards. Most outstanding male athlete of a team sport. The most outstanding male athlete of a team sport earned all-conference 2 times in his fall sport and was selected as Conference Player of the Year his senior year. He was selected to the East-West All-Star Game and selected to an All-State team. On a football field, he had become the player your offense was designed around and one of the hardest-hitting players on any field. In one particular game, lining up across from a SEC D1 commit, this young man truly made you think he was the D1 commit on that field. And if you weren't there, he turned that man inside out. And he sent him packing. And at the end of the night, number 57 looked like the big SEC commit. So the most outstanding athlete of a team sport is Gavin Autry. Now, as we've said before, this female award, the class is overrunning with talent, and we couldn't do one. For the most outstanding female athlete of a team sport, the most outstanding female athlete of a team sport is a two-sport athlete, has lettered in multiple sports, selected all-conference 4 times in 2 sports, and has been selected to a total of 3 conference tournament teams. She has been named All-WNC 4 times. This athlete served as a figure piece on one of her teams and was always one of the hardest working and most dominant athletes on the court. She has played on a conference championship team in 2 sports. She was a vital piece to her team securing a conference tournament championship, and a year later would help lead the team to an outright regular season title and advancing to the 3rd round in the state playoffs. This fall, she would help lead her team to its first conference title in nearly a decade and to be named the Conference Offensive Player of the Year. A steady and quiet leader, a Bryan College commit, your female athlete of the year is Miss Kanan Drake. As we said, there were 2. The most outstanding athlete in a female sport is a 4-year varsity starter in 2 sports and has received 9 letters. She has played on 3 conference championship teams, an undefeated regular season team, a regional champion team, and a regional and state runner-up team. She has been named All-Conference in 2 sports 4 times, named Conference Player of the Year, 2-time District Player of the Year, named All-WNC First Team Player of the Year, Asheville Citizen Player of the Week, 3 times All-District, 3 times All-State, a finalist for the Blue Ridge X-Ray Division I Female Athlete Academic Award, the NCHSAA Heart of a Champion Award winner. At the end of the regular season in 2021, she'd end tied for 1st in the state in home runs and 8th in the state in RBIs, and be named the District Player of the Year. On both the volleyball court and softball field, she was simply dominant and full of intensity. An NC State softball commit, the most outstanding female athlete of a team sport is Miss Taylor Inslee. And next will be our individual athlete of the year. First up, the most outstanding male athlete of individual sport was a 4-time 2A state qualifier in his fall sport. This young man in one sport was All-Conference 3 straight years, All-Region 2 times, All-State, All-WNC Male Runner of the Year, and All-WNC First Team and placed 6th at the state meet. He is a 2-time individual conference champion in his fall sport, and his senior year would finish the 2A West as the 2A West regional champion. His team would qualify for the state meet all 4 years of his high school career. During the winter, he was a track state qualifier and would place 7th at the state at 3,200 meter in 2020. He is a member of a 3-peat conference championship team and a multi-time state qualifier. In his senior year, he would place 1st in 4 different events at the conference meet and named conference track MVP. The most outstanding male athlete of an individual sport is a Montreat commit, Ethan Stamey. Next is the most outstanding female athlete of an individual sport. Most outstanding female athlete in an individual sport is 2 special athletes. And we don't call them co's because their records speak for themselves. We were just blessed enough to get them both in the same year. The first one, this athlete has been named All-Conference 6 times, All-Region 5 times, All-State, lettered multiple times in 3 sports. She has been All-WNC multiple times, and in 2021 was named All-WNC Female Runner of the Year. She owns 2 NCHSAA Performances of the Week, Asheville Citizen Player of the Week. She's a conference and regional champion in multiple sports and events and is a multi-time state qualifier. Her senior year, she would win 3 events at the conference meet and be named the conference track MVP. She currently owns the record in the 5K with a time of 18:58, the 3,200 meter with a time of 11:59, the 1,600 meter with a time of 5:07, and the 800 meter with a time of 2:16, which she ran against a bunch of boys and whipped them. If we had a record for the most records, she'd probably own it. She's the most dominant long-distance runner in FHS history. She is committed to Montreat. The most outstanding female athlete of individual sport is Dylan Garcia. But wait, there's one more. This young lady is a multi-time all-conference recipient in multiple sports. Multi-time all-WNC first team, 3-time all-region, 5-time all-state, probably soon to be 6. She is an 8-time individual conference champion in multiple events, and that's including a season taken away from them. A 2-time conference field MVP, 9-time regional champion. She has qualified for state every year that she has competed and finished in the top 10 at a minimum every year she has competed at the state level. In state and regional meets, she has reached the podium or won over 10 times. She is an Asheville Citizens Player of the Week, school record holder in the 100-meter hurdles with a time of 14.65, a record she broke her sophomore year, which at the time was a 25-year-old record. So right before COVID, she broke it again. Her senior year, she would break a 16-year-old long jump record in her first meet of the 2021 season with a jump of 17 feet. However, in my opinion, one of the most impressive accomplishments was when a friend and a team needed help to continue to compete when injury would put their team down a runner in a sport she never competed in, a sport she never trained to run. She would compete for the very first time at the conference championship meet, and she would place 4th, earning all conference honors, and would help the team advance to the regional meet. She is committed to UNC Charlotte. She's Miss Hannah Angel.
So at this time, one of the big things that we tried doing in the last few years was create a Panther Pride Award. And there's a lot of types of people who can get this, but you want the ultimate person who's in our school system, who's at our school, who coaches, teaches, goes to every event, pulls for everybody, does many things for the athletes and for the teachers and whatnot. It is a true honor to present this award to someone that dedicates his or her life to student athletes at Franklin High School. There are many words and phrases to describe this individual, but some of the few that I kind of go with this person would be passionate. The way this person, if you ever see them or see this person on campus or on the field, you'll see the passion just exude from that person. Competitor, to be an absolute, just no holds barred, gonna pound the chest, get ready to compete, get ready to fight. It's one of the things that he talks about when he coaches his teams. Also very devoted to his family, allowing the family to be part of the culture of Franklin High School. And always saying that, it's good for all the other coaches to have their family be part of this experience, because we always call it experience. And this is so good for my child, who's going to be a freshman next year, to enjoy this experience. And also important, strong in faith. somebody that's not just going to say the words, but is actually going to do the words. And there's a lot of people who don't say it, or who say it but don't do it. Sorry, losing my voice here. But very important. It's a role model to student athletes. Most importantly, he's a role model to coaches. You know, when coaches struggle, or coaches not sure if they're, if they're up to par, this person will bring you past par. When all else fails, he's the one that everyone looks to for help. If it's a program, an athletic program, if it's student leadership, if it's programs here at our school, he will step up. One of the things that I heard him say in probably the 20 years I've known him, and it's stuck to me forever, is I can't. You can't say I can't. There's no I can't. Anybody can do it. You can't say I can't. And it may be something you've heard a lot through your life, through coaches, through teachers, through your parents, but it's really good when you see it absolutely happen in front of your eyes. You can't do this. You can't beat Hendersonville when you're down 24-3, 6 minutes left. When the players look at him, they're looking for leadership. They're looking for somebody who's going to strap it, who's going to get them ready to go fight, bring them back, and obviously become champions, become a winner. So when all else fails, this is the person who absolutely deserves the Panther Pride Award, and that is Josh Brooks.
Now for the last part of it is your senior plaques. And these are the athletes who filled out the application to get them, and we'll go through them quickly. These are in alphabetical order. Miss Hannah Angel. It's Gavin Autry. Chloe Beatty. Aiden Carpenter. Sydney Chapman, Camden Cochran, Braden Cody, Austin Coker, Riley Corbin, Seth Krupe, Jasmine Cruz Rios, Kira Dewey, Brandy Dills, Kanan Drake, Taylor Inslee, Ethan Fannin, Dylan Garcia, Eli Gilbert, Salvatore Gusier. I'm struggling. Colby Hurst, Dawson Johnson, Evan Klatt, Blanca Melendez, Candace Parker, Madison Phillips, Mackenzie Rudity, Veronice Rios Ordaz, Bryce Rogers, Olivia Stahl, Nathan Stamey, Ethan Stamey, Anna Tassinger, Amy Tippett, Nevaeh Tran, and Chad Wilson. Now I'd like to at least read the names of the other seniors. That would be Brandon Berger, Kendall Burns, Haley Coker, Chandler Crawford, Michael Frazier, Enrique Garcia, Kaylee Griffin, Christopher Hernandez, Michael Hudson, Stephen Jennings, Devin Lombard, Logan Mack, Philo Sequoia, Mariah Sloan, Mariah Scrow, and Mason Williamson. Seniors with senior plaques, if you notice something wrong with it, we did notice some things, and Miss Christie at Sport Zone will absolutely take care of you. And she's here tonight if you just want to hand it to her to fix. But I would recognize Eli Gilbert, who in his off days was asking to go into work to finish these because they had a very short turnaround on them. And Eli, please stand. And thank you for your hard work on these, Eli. But in all honesty, if something is off, if there's an award missed, if you get an award, just track wrestling, remember, you're not done yet. So if you want to add something to it, we'll more than happily cover that cost. And I expect to add a state championship to some of these. But that is it. And again, thank you, Sport Zone, for all your help with this. And keep it short and sweet, but thank you for coming. I want to say a special thank you to just quickly people. But first, I'd like to thank my wife and my little boys for allowing me to do this. I enjoy every minute of it. And he's walking away, but I want to thank Ryan Haley, but most importantly, Dana, Evan, and Aubrey for allowing you to do what you do. Also, thank you, Ryan Haley, Cindy Tabor, Ms. Vargas, Tammy Foster, Will at the Press, Penny Moffitt, for all your help in getting things ready for the banquet. Thank you, Coach Cindy Christie, Eli Gilbert, and James at Sport Zone for all their help with the awards. These people literally had less than a week to prepare for the senior plaques and to get all the awards together and half their machines being down. And they still got it done. I'd like to thank the administration of FHS, the Board of Education, and the county office for all they do to help make athletics possible at FHS. Thank you for teachers and staff at FHS that support athletics and help in so many ways. I did forget to add Miss Jamie Waldrop. She has gone above and beyond this year. Thank you to our athletic trainer that we could not do without, Miss Lynette Gibson. Thank you to the Booster Club volunteers, donors, and businesses that support our students by purchasing signs, and everyone who supports our athletes through various fundraisers and donations. Thank you to FPSN and Backlot Cinema who have proved to be vital to our athletics program during this uncertain year. Many of you remember we got to see our kids compete when the state said we couldn't fit any more in because of them. I'd also like to say a special thank you to Mr. Pickens, Mr. Barrington, and Mr. Potts. These gentlemen help us in so many ways on campus that goes unseen, and they do great things for athletic facilities to help us save a lot of money, and most of the time these upgrades are done by our very own FHS students. We truly couldn't do what we do without their help. Thank you for all the hard work by coaches and athletes. I also want to thank Mr. Huckabee and the FHS band. Some of the most spirited fans we have on Friday nights and in the fall would not be the same without them. Thank you for all the sacrifices made by all the families of athletes and coaches. Thank you to Coach Ryan Raby and Jay Brooks for all the time you all put in making sure our fields are the best looking fields in all of WNC. I would like to once again thank Mr. Barry Woody for your support. You will truly be missed. I know we got a good guy coming in, but you'll be missed, Mr. Woody. And I would say if we have missed someone, misspelled something, or anything else, please let us know. And please know that we tried our best not to, and we will try to make it right. But with that, we've gone long enough. Congratulations, seniors. Congratulations, all you athletes moving on to the state level. And we look forward to seeing you compete and seeing what you do next. Thank you. I did this. You want to let that mic on?